Prop firm you should know in 2024. So today we're gonna do detailed comparisons of the prop firms that I've been trading with that I already got payout from these prop firms. So let's check out these four prop firms. So right here we have FDMO, the pioneer of the prop firm industry. Alright, we're gonna use FDMO as a model to compare with other new prop firms that we have: Funding Peeps, MP Funds, and Funded Engineer. And today we will use 100k challenge, alright, the standard account as the control point. Right, we will use 100k standard account as the control point, not the swing account, not the one step account, not the turbo account. Right, we're just gonna use the standard challenge. Right here, we can see the price for FDMO is highest amongst all the prop firms, which is 590 US dollar, and we have Funding Peeps is the lowest right here, right, 399, and we have MP Funds 550, and we have Funded Engineer 575 US dollar. But bear in mind, the price right here is the price before the discount. All right, so if you guys interested on what discount is ongoing, you guys can check out the descriptions. I'm gonna put up the discount, and also you guys can check out the website for more info. All right, for FDMO, they rarely do any discount unless there's any special occasions, but other prop firms that's gonna be ongoing discount. Moving on, we're gonna look at the profit target, how you're gonna pass a challenge with the profit target designed by the prop firms. We have FDMO phase 1 10% and phase 2 5%. This is the very classic profit target, and you can see that Funding Peeps have a lower profit target. Here we have phase 1 8%, phase 2 5%. Same goes to Funded Engineer 8%, 5%. Again, for the standard challenge. But what is different right here, MP funds have a lower profit target for phase 2, which is just only 4%. It's gonna be actually easier for traders when they are in phase 2, and definitely gonna be increase the passing rate, alright, when you're going on phase 2, because it's slightly more achievable. And let's look at the loose limit right here. All the prop firms here having the same loose limit, which you can allow to lose 5% in terms of daily drawdown and 10% maximum drawdowns. Right, this is actually my bare minimum when I look into the prop firms drawdown criteria. Right, I'm not really interested to go to some prop firms that's allowed 4% daily drawdown and 8% maximum drawdown, because for a trader point of view, alright, it's not so worth it. When you get funded, you have lesser capital to manage. And moving on, we want to look into the leverage and the max allocations for this prop firm right here. So most of the leverage right here is 1 to 100, but Funded Engineer standard account have a lower leverage, which is 1 to 50. And this is the leverage for the FX pairs. Alright, they're gonna be having a lower leverage on indices and lower leverage on gold and metals, stuff like that. So you guys need to also check out the leverage on the instrument that you are trading with. For example, you are trading Nasdaq or you are trading US 30. Check out what is the leverage for the indices. Alright, and right here, the max allocations mean that how much funding you are allowed to hold for these particular prop firms, right, before the scaling plan. All right, right here you can allow to hold 400k in challenge or funded, all right, in the total funding, and 300k total funding for Funding Peeps, 400k total funding for MP funds, and 500k total funding for Funded Engineer. So Funded Engineer has the highest max allocations for the total funding. All the prop firms right here, they have their own special skilling plan, so you guys can check it out later. What's the skilling plan for these prop firms? All right, different prop firms allow different skilling plan. Once you achieve a certain profit targets and consistent proving you are profitable for few months, you are allowed to scale up your funded account. Next up, we're gonna look at trading day and time limit. So what is this minimum trading days? Let's say you pass your FDMO challenge in day 1, right? But they have 4 minimum trading days. So you will need to continue trading for the remaining 3 trading days. You can simply just place 0.01 lot to fulfill the minimum trading days. Then only you can be proceeded to phase 2. Alright, for funding peeps and funded engineer, this is very good right here. You have 0 minimum trading days, which you can really pass the challenge. Alright, whenever you reach the profit target without breaching any of the rules. And for MP funds, they have a 5 minimum trading days. And most of the prop firms right now that allow no time limits on your challenge phase, which means that you don't need to actually rush to pass your challenge and you can climb the drawdown slowly as you want, take your own sweet time without the time limit as your precious. But bear in mind, most of the prop firms that have the inactive trading days, you cannot leave your accounts without trading it for 30 days, and most of them having the same inactive rule. And let's talk about news trading and weekend holding. Alright, so now our control point, remember we are using a standard account. Bear in mind that swing account here, swing account here. Alright, so we are using the control point of a standard 100k challenge. Right, news trading is not allowed on the funded account, on FDMO, not allowed on funding pips, right, not allowed on MP funds, and allowed on funded engineer. And we are talking about funded account, right? Because challenge phase, you are allowed to actually trade news, and funded account they have this minutes window, right? So it's 2 minutes before or 2 minutes after. Within the 4 minutes window, you cannot open or close a trade during the periods. All right, so you guys can check out on their website what is the minute is not allowed to open and close a trade. And we talk about weekend holding in terms of funded account, right? This rule is only applied to funded account. Weekend holding is a no for FDMO, yes for funding peeps, no for MP funds, and yes for funded engineer. So funding peeps and funded engineer, you are allowed to hold over the weekends, even though on your challenges and your funded accounts as well, which most of the traders care about the first profit split. So all these prop firms here, we have 80% profit split. All right, the first paid out you're gonna receive for FDMO is gonna be 14 days. Funding pips is fastest, 5 days right here. MP funds 7 days. Funded engineer is 14 days. So the profit split for funded engineer, time to time they're gonna do the promotions that allow you to get a higher profit split when you purchase a challenge, right? 85% or 90%, you guys can check out the website in the descriptions. You will get a skill up on your profit split without having to add on in terms of the price when they are doing certain promotion. Last but not least, we're gonna look into the payout methods and the review of all these prop firms, right? And for the payout methods for FDMO, we have wire transfer, aka bank transfer, and crypto. Funding peeps and funded engineer using Rise payment and crypto as well. For MP funds, we have Wise payment and wire transfer. The review right here for FDMO is 4.8, funding peeps 4.7, 4.3 for MP funds, and 4.8 for funded engineers. So this is the Trust Pilot review. So I'm not gonna be recommending you any exact prop firms that you should go for. You should always research and diversify your risk with the prop firms portfolio. So not just putting all your eggs in one basket. So that's about it for today's video about the prop firm comparisons. And let me know what video you want me to make on the next, and stay tuned for the live trading.